Hello and welcome back to the Misfits podcast, rated 5 stars on iTunes by Woogie Boogie. He says, this podcast makes me want to run into a wall repeatedly, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Thank you for your generous review, my friend. I'm joined today by my co-hosts, Matt.
Hey, yo, what it do?
Swagger Souls.
Hey, we've been chimping.
And our very special guest today, it is Mr. Critical himself. It's Charlie. How you going, buddy?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be here, boys. Swagger in particular, it's always lovely to see that beautiful face of yours, almost.
Dude, same to you. Even though I can't technically see you, I know you're smiling. I know you have your luscious locks out. I know you're looking good.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, man. We need to hop on that chess grind again soon.
Oh, dude, yes, we do. That was a fun fucking stream, dude. It was like 3 hours. It went like that.
Oh, I know, man.
It was
Yeah,
just like
beautiful.
another game. This shit was great.
Wait, chest grind?
Yeah.
I thought you guys were just working out together. What?
No. We were playing a bit of chess like a month ago.
Oh,
Chess.
chess.
Yeah, when chess was popping off. You still into that?
see.
You still doing a lot of chess?
God, yeah. GM Turbo Fisto, baby. I just broke
Let's
1K.
fucking go.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck? Dude, you're right. You're right. Your tutor must have been really getting you into gear.
Oh, GM Naroditsky, the prophet, man. That guy could teach anyone how to play chess. A fucking man be everything. He knows how to teach that game.
Didn't you like 3-move checkmate XQC?
What the fuck? How do you even do that?
That was my proudest moment in chess. It was 6 moves, but yeah, it was a
Fucking
big dubski.
insane.
Big dubski that day.
He did a scotch opening, right? And that
Yeah.
fucked him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, so
Jesus.
are there like ranks in chess?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you say grandmasters are like silvers. They're like, you know, a whole entire system.
Like
There's-
bronze.
Yeah, there's like, I think it's 3. I think there's only like 3. International Master, Grandmaster, and Super Grandmaster, I think are the big 3.
It's kind of badass that they're all just, you know, masters. You know, that's kind of dope.
Yeah, everything else they
There's
don't
no,
care
like,
about.
Chess.
Everything else you're just not worthy, but there's like 3 different master tiers. I like that.
That shit is elite, man. Like those Grandmasters fucking spit upon anyone that's not like 3K rated.
Oh my God.
Once Corona's out of the way, Charlie, you're gonna go to like those parks and just hang out on the benches, just
yeah.
waiting for chumps to come up and challenge you.
I don't know if
Just
I'm ready
start
for those
fleecing
guys.
people.
Those guys are intimidating, man. They're smoking stogies and shit. I'd probably just go to
Yeah,
like a
the
middle
old
school
man.
playground.
There's a wealth of hidden knowledge in those men. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's got to interact with them. Got to get it out. Have you guys ever lucid dreamed? Kind of weird question, but I was watching a video earlier about a couple who tried lucid dreaming for a month. Have you guys ever accomplished that successfully?
One time, yeah.
Yeah,
I had
you
the
do that
One
dumbest,
time.
dumbest one.
What happened in the dream? If you don't mind me asking.
I didn't plan on lucid dreaming, but it was like the classic lucid dream experience where you recognize you're in a dream and you start changing shit. And immediately the first 2 things I did was I put a dinosaur in my dream and a really good-looking girl. And I was like,
Okay, standard.
I was like,
Standard.
damn, I'm super horny now, and this is a dream. And then I had sex with the dinosaur, like a fucking idiot.
you had to choose. And you were like, I'll do the dinosaur. It's
It
a
wasn't-
dream. I might as well.
Hey, it was a pretty
defi-
hot dinosaur, mate.
It was not even like the decision I wanted to make. It was like a decision I felt obligated to make at that point. I was like, fuck,
Yeah,
I already
well.
put this here.
So
Yeah,
what kind
like-
of dinosaur was it? Was it like a fucking T-Rex or like?
Oh yeah, no, I went all in. I went like Jurassic Park animatronic TX.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's fucked, dude. How did
What's
that
that
even
even
work
look
in the
like?
dream?
I like grew myself. I don't remember. I was like a kaiju.
Wait, so you fucked the dinosaur? Or the dinosaur fucked you? Is the real question.
No, I
It's
was
like-
the dominant for sure. I mean, it
You're
was
the
my
dominant.
it was my dream. You know, I'm not gonna be a bitch in it.
Yeah, it's alpha
And we sort of just
energy.
cucking the woman. It was like dinosaur cuck porn, where like you're just making a woman watch you fuck a dinosaur who wants to have sex with you. I could see that being a thing.
I don't think she wanted to have sex with me. I probably just spawned in like someone that hated me.
That's fucking hilarious. You spawn in a dinosaur and a hot woman, and then you're like, oh, I'm in a dream. There are no dinosaurs in real life. Like, this is an opportunity.
Yeah, this will never happen.
Opportunity. When else could you fuck a dinosaur?
That's fucking amazing.
You know?
Yeah, that's my only
What?
lucid dream.
that's a really good one.
I don't think I've ever accomplished a lucid dream. I've definitely had dreams where like I felt in control and was doing cool shit in a dream sense, but it was never like, oh, I'm dreaming, like I can do whatever I want sort of thing. It's such an interesting concept. I mean, watching this video, this couple was literally trying to do it like every night, which meant quite an intense process. They were writing down all their dreams. Like they would wake up at 2 a.m. They would set alarms like 2 hours before they were supposed to wake up and write down what they were thinking about and everything. And like, it just seemed honestly a little more trouble than it's worth. But how cool would it be to get to a point where you could literally just lucid dream every single night? You could make your dreams whatever you want. You could probably learn a lot about yourself and do some really cool shit. You probably just want to sleep all the time, honestly.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, fuck.
It's like
reality.
an easy way to get
fuck
depressed.
dinosaurs. You fuck dinosaurs every night. Who needs it anymore, right?
Isn't that literally like a conception? They'd rather be in like the dream world than the real world because you can just like do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I guess. Wait, did you watch Inception recently?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that
I
what you
finally
bring that up?
rewatched it. I watched it stoned as. It was fucking weird as when they'd tell the people it's like, yeah, you're dreaming, and then everyone just stares at them at the same time. Fucking tripped me out.
Well, Matt, maybe you're dreaming right now. You ever think about that, buddy?
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Wake up, Matt. We miss you.
Faint distant. You just
Anyway.
hear like hospital beeps from like the heart monitor. It's like, wake up. We love you.
Poor Matt. He's a lost cause. We'll just leave him lying.
Just pull the
there for
plug.
now.
I'm fine.
Yeah, it's like that, like the whole theory that everyone's in a simulation, like the Matrix. Yeah, that whole fucking thing. Speaking of
Surely
theories, dude, Charlie, you've really been on that conspiracy theory grind. You've really been like going through like Facebook, like delving deep into those communities and pulling out the crazy shit, right?
Oh, I love it. Love it. Yeah.
Dude, what's the most outrageous conspiracy theory you've ever come across? Like the one that made you go like, what the fuck?
I've got a great one. Hold on. I don't want to misrepresent this man's point
Yeah,
here.
dude, I want it authentic. I want the authentic take.
Okay. So I actually found this guy during a stream, not even during my like Facebook undercover missions. There's a YouTuber who makes these fucking insane videos talking about the Yahweh, which is a group of aliens that occasionally communicate with us through meth addicts. And he goes
What? I thought that was a phone from China. What the hell?
No.
Interesting champion for the aliens to use, the meth addicts.
Yeah, it's crazy shit. And then from the Yahweh, he's branched into these other things, which one of them was spirit cooking. I don't know if you guys heard of that. It's kind of popular right now.
I have.
So what's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
In a nutshell, from what I can understand from this guy, spirit cooking is the act of cloning celebrities using, what is it? I don't quite remember the methods, but they clone celebrities. It was coined by a modern artist named Marina Abramovic. And these people believe that all of the celebrities are clones that came from like another dimension. It's just some wild shit. But in this...
All celebrities.
Yeah, all celebrities. Like he gives... I'll just link you the video here.
Don't tell me Keanu is a clone, bro.
No, he didn't
I'll
touch
never
on
be able to
Keanu.
recover.
Oh, thank God.
He touched
Oh,
on
I-
Kanye West, Obama, Chris Tucker, the guy that plays Joffrey in Game of Thrones. I don't really know why, but
What the what?
Why is it called spirit cooking is my question.
I don't remember exactly why. It gets so muddled in this guy's point because he brings up the tablets of Thoth about how like the ancient humans are coming back through the Anunnaki, and that a lot of the talk show hosts we have today come from these ancient portals or something.
Dude, this sounds like a
dude.
fucking anime plotline, dude.
This
is a 50-minute video.
This guy's this guy's crazy. Look how many tabs open he has.
Yeah.
Look how many tabs open he's fucking had, bro.
Dude,
I'm just looking through the tags in his description. Trump versus aliens. Fucking
it's great.
Trump
demons
versus
caught on
aliens,
camera.
bro.
Science can't explain.
This is fucking amazing.
Reptiles manipulate human DNA. It's just like crazy ranting in the description.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Fantastic.
Watch before it's deleted again. Oh shit, better download that.
So the
one.
Yahweh, they communicate through people that take methamphetamine?
Well, it doesn't have to be through meth addicts. It just so coincidentally happens to be through meth addicts as of now.
Right. Because no one would believe them.
Right.
So it's perfect.
Yeah. It's smart from the Yahweh, of course.
It is, dude. The Yahweh are thinking 200 IQ.
Wait, why is that smart though? If no one is going to believe a meth addict, you know?
I think they're just
Keep their
trying.
secret.
I think it's to study us. I think
Oh.
is what they're trying to do, and they can only study us by jacking into our consciousness.
I see.
Mm.
There's also
So
another
they
really
study-
cool one about Atlantis, and I don't remember where that one is.
Oh. Wasn't Atlantis? Didn't they prove that Atlantis was like a real place? It was like located near the eye of the Sahara, and it was like it got flooded because like dams broke like 2,000 years ago or something like that. I don't know. I
couldn't
watched a
tell you.
documentary on it. It was really, really fucking
Oh
interesting.
yeah, I loved that movie as a kid. That was a great one.
Yeah.
Movie?
Yeah, have you seen like the Disney movie Atlantis?
I think I've seen parts of it, but I haven't seen the entire.
It is a good
fucking
movie.
That was like the last 2D film they made that was like really good. And then after that, they transitioned fully into 3D, which is kind of a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely miss the older style Disney films, but
Yeah.
I think the 3D films are still pretty fucking good.
I don't know,
you know,
dude.
when you think about it.
2D is better than 3D in all
Completely
aspects. In all aspects.
Yeah, I don't know. There've been some really well done 3D films, have there not,
dude.
by Disney?
Movies, animation, women, 2D, 2D.
Better when they're 2D.
All the
All
fucking way.
of the above.
All the fucking way.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe we should get a meth addict on the podcast and just interview them.
Oh, that'd
Just
be-
try to get to the bottom.
That'd
of
be
this
great. You should get
conspiracy.
some of the people from the comments on the video I linked, like this guy, Megatron. I had a dream that an octopus was taking out my mouth bit by bit and blue blood was coming out of my mouth. I didn't know the octopus had blue blood and I checked the internet and was choked that the octopus blood was actually blue. And inside the octopus had a very small stone, very beautiful in many blue colors. A girl in the dream told me that this is the thing that was making me listen to certain types of music. The dream was so real and I searched about the Cthulhu and it was also the god of dream. Very true, and what I'm saying is, they're targeting me. They're targeting us.
They targeting
Damn,
us.
Megatron in Africa.
Fuck yeah, bro. He's living his best life.
I love the reply to the comment is literally,
Yeah.
"Are you sure you weren't watching hentai?"
This guy just fell asleep watching hentai on meth. That's all it was.
I feel like he didn't even watch the video. This could have just been like a review on your podcast, and then at the end, all I'm saying is this is a great podcast or some shit.
Yeah. So what do you think the most like cancerous social media site is for conspiracy theories? Like 100% Facebook?
Yeah, for conspiracies, yeah. In general, Twitter just blows some straight filthy ass, though.
Yeah. Why is Twitter such a fucking garbage fire?
Oh man, I couldn't even tell. I feel like a lot of it's kids not in school or something. I really don't know.
I think that must be a really
Yeah.
real thing.
It's like everyone has like a voice, so they're just like shouting it out there, like all the crazy theories they have, and they get like a
Like, the
couple
thing is that-
retweets. They're like, "Yes, I was right."
With Twitter, it can be all anonymous, right? But with Facebook, you get the really crazy people because these are people that are like not only engaging in conspiracy theories, but engaging with conspiracy theories on their public Facebook account.
they're not
So
afraid,
these are like the real nut jobs. On Twitter, it could just be trolls, you just don't know. But on Facebook, you see the profile picture, you see the name, you see their little bio. That's just a bunch of what kind of people are mainly drawn to conspiracy theories? And,
People who are seeking
allow them
the
to consume
truth.
them.
Yes, people that aren't sheep. They need to see behind the curtain.
Wake up, sheeple.
Yeah, dude.
True.
It's like the Wizard of Oz.
I wonder how many conspiracy theories will be proven true in our lifetime. I don't want to take an arrogant stance on
What conspiracy theory
theories,
now do you think is actually true?
Dude, I mean, probably, something surrounding the pedophile ring in places of high power.
Oh, like the
know,
Hollywood
for
shit and
sure.
all that.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, but Jeffrey Epstein killed himself, so we'll never know.
We'll never know.
never know.
The secrets have been taken to the grave with him. While we still have Maxwell.
Yeah,
going,
Glenn
so-
Maxwell.
Yeah, good old
Yeah.
Glenn. Surely just have a yarn with us, Glenn. Tell us what's going
Get
on.
her on the
That'd be nice.
podcast. Yeah.
Get her on the podcast,
dude,
yeah,
easily.
in prison. Like on the shakiest connection. Just, like glitching out, and then like all of a sudden the camera glitches and she's just not there anymore.
Yeah, she's just,
never comes
she's just
back.
hanging from a toilet paper noose.
Oh my god.
Toilet paper noose.
Yeah. That's how Jeffrey
It's
Epstein did
terrible. It's terrible. No, I wish her well.
it. Do you? Do you really? Holy shit.
It's a little political joke for you guys. We talk about that kind of stuff sometimes on the podcast.
fucking-
It's whatever.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
What about reptiles? Do reptiles live among us?
Oh, the
For sure.
reptilians. Yeah.
For sure.
Dude, for
I don't know
sure.
because reptiles. I saw a GIF on Reddit yesterday. Because, I'm kind of a Redditor. Of this guy who was making very reptile-like movements with his face, sticking his tongue out and things, twitching a lot on camera. He was like a guy involved in boxing, I think. But after further investigation, it turns out he was just on a lot of cocaine. So I'm just wondering, like, are most of these people who people suspect of being reptiles, are they just coked out of their minds on some drugs or something?
Or they're maybe autistic. Like everyone looks at Mark Zuckerberg and says he's a reptilian, but does he just have like Asperger's?
Sometimes I feel really bad for Mark because I feel like deep down he's just this nerdy college kid that just made an insane app and had no idea like what power he would eventually hold because of it. And now he's just in this insanely untenable position, trying to answer questions for these Congress people that just have no idea what they're talking about. He's just like, well, sweating profusely the entire time, you know.
Yeah.
Or he's a piece of shit. I don't know. I don't really know.
Drinking
Could be a reptile.
water.
Could be a reptile. It's probably more likely that it's a reptile, right?
When I talk about shit like this, there's some people that get offended. Someone sent me proof that reptilians are real. There was like some article that I think it might have been Stephen Hawking said, like, if there's aliens, they probably look like reptiles. And someone sent me that. It's like, look, Charlie, you're such a fucking idiot. Even Stephen Hawking says reptiles are among us.
Dumbass.
Dude, easily.
Just any evidence they can get, just rub it in your face.
Why reptiles? Why would they look like reptiles?
I have no fucking idea, man. I haven't a clue.
I don't understand that.
It must be something to do with the fact. I mean, because haven't the humans historically always been like very programmed to be terrified of reptiles in a way, or at least snakes?
Like the
so it's probably that.
Some shit. They kind of look like reptiles.
Like snake.
No, it's because we live in trees.
Yeah, I guess.
Our ancestors used to live in trees. And snakes also live in trees. And so we've been like, part of our like genetics is like programmed for us to be deathly afraid of snakes and reptiles, if not just cautious of them.
Yeah. And snakes have always been kind of a symbol of evil, just throughout human history.
Adam
so
and
maybe
Eve
that's all it is.
And all that shit.
Yeah, because I don't know, like, I mean, reptiles is kind of the coolest thing. I mean, maybe arachnids, if people were actually secretly arachnids, I could get behind that. That's pretty cool.
Spider-Man.
Scary.
Spiders?
Yeah.
No, I don't mean like Spider-Man. I mean like these are actually like arachnids in skin suits.
Oh, like 6
somehow.
legs. They just bust them out.
They're like folded up. They got like they got two. They're using 2 legs for the arms, and then the other legs are kind
That's
of
like
just
some
folded in.
Animorphs shit. You remember those
That
books?
is
They fucking just
absolutely some
transform.
Animorphs.
Animorphs?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Was there a spider one for the Animorphs books? Please tell me there was.
I don't think there was, no.
I just want to see the cover. I want to see what it looks like. A person transforming into a spider.
I just imagine like 2 spider legs coming out of someone's mouth, and then like opening up the mouth, and then like the entire thing comes out and it sheds its human skin.
Oh, I
Yeah.
did
Kinda
find
dope.
one. This is a fan art someone did themselves on like Tumblr or some shit.
Oh,
Surely
that's where you
link.
find the best shit. Oh, that's fucking great.
That looks like a book I'd buy at the Scholastic Book Fair right there.
Fuck.
That's fucking amazing.
That is fantastic. Look at stage 4, dude. That is absolutely morbid.
Oh.
Wow.
That's fucking incredible.
That's incredible. Dude,
Oh.
now I just want the ability to transform into a tarantula.
I want to transform into a dinosaur.
Dude, I see.
A dinosaur? You say that, but that's quite a big thing to I mean, maybe you could
Did
do
you
it
hear
into a
his
small
dream? He
dinosaur,
said he had like
but-
hot sex and shit like that. Don't knock it.
You just want me to have sex with you? Is that why you want to be a dinosaur?
No, I was, maybe we'll see later. But I just want to be a dinosaur, bro.
It's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like transforming into a spider is a little more manageable because you're small and you can crawl around and actually use it to spy
But
and
dangerous.
stuff.
But it's dangerous because people hate spiders and they'll kill them.
Yeah, but you're real quick, surely, right?
Yeah, but what if
just,
they go to
be
hit you with a
agile.
shoe and then you just transform back into a human? You're like, wait! And they scare the shit out of them.
You're just naked on their bathroom
Yeah.
floor. It's like,
Just
oh, I
on
can
all
explain.
fours.
Yo, looking back at these books now, do you ever realize how weird these were? Like as a kid, you're like, that looks normal. I'll read that. Like, look at this shit. Like, what the fuck?
This was like early Photoshop days. You gotta remember. Like this is when they just probably figured out they could do this kind of shit.
That was
They're
when you
like,
look
"Dude,
at
let's
the
make a
cover
book."
and you're like, whoa, how did they do that?
I can't believe the slug one is that a slug? That
I think
looks
it's
Is that a
I think it's
lizard?
a caterpillar or a grasshopper.
Yeah,
It's
it's like a
incredible.
little centipede or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude,
I never really read these books too much as a kid. I remember always looking at the cover and being like, "Oh, that's kind of cool," but I never. I
think I read a
sat down
couple
and
of
read
them.
one.
I don't remember like any of it though.
Oh, so no one knows how these books actually are like to read.
no.
Probably
I've
trash.
never read one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you guys read those Choose Your Own Adventure books a lot?
Yeah,
growing
yeah,
up?
Goosebumps for sure.
Yeah. Goosebumps is always a classic. Goosebumps everyone read, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
think
my
I've
God.
read Goosebumps. I saw
No?
like the TV show once, but I don't think I've read the books. I always
You
saw
know
the
what freaked
covers.
me-
They looked cool. There was like the spiky raised text on the logo, but
Right.
Yeah, shoot,
What
that
freaked
was my
me out?
shit, dude. I read every Goosebumps book when I was in like the 4th grade.
Yeah. What can
Everything.
you remember? What your favorite story was about?
The Choose Your Own Adventure one was the one where they would. It was like they went to a museum and you had to like survive this haunted museum, That was my favorite Choose Your Own Adventure book. That shit had so many fucking folds in the top right corner of every page because, like, I would fold whenever there was, like, a branch, and then it's like, oops, you died, and then I would just go back.
Oh, you fucking cheated.
Dude, I wanted to, like, read all the possible, like, branches and forks that there was in the book, so I would just do it like that. And so my shit was busted by the time I was done with it. But the other one was like, My Teacher's a Monster. It was that one. Where it was like the teacher was like, it was like part of the school where if the kids were bad, they would get eaten by the teacher, who was like a disgusting giant monster.
That's kind of cool.
And then there was the one about the amusement park. That scared the fuck out of me. I don't know if you guys.
What was this?
I don't know if you guys read that one.
No.
Never heard of it.
Summarize.
I just remember reading this one chapter in that book that scared the fuck out of me. It was like a ride in this amusement park run by demons, and there was like a dentist ride, and there was like they got strapped into a dentist seat, and like there were like children screaming, getting like their teeth drilled. Like just holes in their teeth, like screaming, like bloody murder. And I'm reading this shit,
books.
fucking terrified. And you know, I haven't really wanted to go to the dentist since. I brush my teeth, but goddamn it, dude, that shit gave me like a complex. Like go to the fucking dentist and double check whether or not he was actually a person.
It seems like these Goosebumps books are just kind of terrifying kids of people in any kind of authority. You know, you're scared of your teacher, you're scared of your dentist. Who's next? Your own parents are demons. Demons. This is where these conspiracy theory people are coming from. They're reading too many Goosebumps books when they're young.
You're your dentist, and you grow up against the IRS.
What always freaked me out as a kid was Freaky Friday. You guys know that one?
You swap bodies with your hot mom.
Yeah, or I feel like Freaky Friday was a series, right? On Nick at Night or something like that. There was like a series basically where every Friday there was this little horror movie thing.
Oh.
And one of them was like, that really freaked me out was like a teenager is just going in their house. I think they get up late at night to go pee, and then they look in the mirror while they're peeing, and their reflection is like has a mind of its own and is like looking at them and like moving around and shit and being freaky. That shit made me terrified of late night pisses for years. As a kid.
Isn't that Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Isn't that what, sorry?
Are You Afraid of the Dark, right? Is that what you're talking about?
That was the fucking one. That shit gave me nightmares, bro. I hated that fucking thing. That was.
Oh, it might be this.
Yeah, because I think I remember what you're talking about.
Wait, I've talked about this before?
No. Like what you were talking about, I think I remember seeing that.
Oh, true. Yeah, it might be this.
Yeah, fuck that shit, dude. My sister would put that on, and I'd fucking exit the room. Exit the fucking room. I was such a scared kid. Like when I was like really young, I was really like prone to like freaking out over jump scares. I remember like looking at crazy optical illusions on YouTube, and like there was one where it was like, you have to stare into the center of this dot and put your face right up to the screen. And so I'm looking at this dot, like trying to get a crazy optical illusion to happen. And then all of a sudden it was a fucking jump scare, like a fucking screamer. And I fucking started screaming and crying, and I fucking ran and I hid into like a completely other part of the house. And I was alone too, and there was no one home. I was there for like an hour, fucking crying.
Yeah.
It was fucking horrible. Fucking horrible.
Yeah, the worst feeling when you're scared as a kid is that feeling of being chased by something that doesn't exist.
Yeah. You're just
like
running around.
You get scared and then you start running away, and because you're running you feel like it's right on your tail, even in reality it's nothing there.
Yeah.
Like whenever you turn the lights off and you have to run across the room, or I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't felt that kind of fear
way.
in ages. Like that fear where it like completely washes over your body, like your stomach sinks, you feel cold all over. Like I miss that shit. That made me feel alive.
Those cold sweat nightmares where you're just in bed, you can't fall asleep, and you're so terrified to like look over the covers.
Under the covers, you're safe. No one will see you.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any crazy nightmares, Critical? Anything?
Nothing.
You just had sex with a dinosaur. That's crazy.
That's not a nightmare, bro.
Oh, true.
That's a wet dream.
Pleasure dream.
That's an awesome dream. Yeah, it's a
that was absolutely a wet dream. I don't think I've had like any like notable nightmares or like wet nightmares or anything, but that like getting chased shit.
Wet nightmare.
Anytime I'd get out of like a pool, I used to think I'd getting like eaten by a shark or something, like a pool shark.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, just for some reason, there's just a shark in the pool.
Or an alligator.
Just
I
lurking
think
in
like
the
an
bottom.
alligator.
No, I was always a
Yeah.
shark because you see Jaws
Really?
one time
Right.
and it's like, fuck, that's gonna be everywhere there's water. Fucking shark in the sink soon.
Yeah, dude. When Jaws came out,
Dude, wash your
it
hands.
caused a panic. Like all the beaches, like the year that Jaws came out, like the 80s, like nobody went to the beach. It completely tanked like beach tourism for like a year or 2 years because people were
Well,
too
that was
afraid
like
to
a-
go in the water.
That was like the scariest film out at the time, apparently. Jaws. It was like an
Yeah.
actual real horror movie back in the day,
Yeah.
and people were terrified.
Yeah, it was based on somewhat a true story, but I mean, anyone with a brain that does any research realizes that sharks like kill 4 people a year, and when sharks bite people, they're just testing to see like what
yeah,
the
they
fuck
just
you
spit
are.
you
Yeah.
out. They're like, oh, I don't want
Yeah.
this. This isn't a
Yeah,
soup.
apparently sharks don't really like humans because they're very bony and difficult to eat. So they
Yeah.
might bite you accidentally, and then they're like, "Oh wait, this isn't a fucking seal."
Yeah, well,
and then they'll just
They bite
go away.
you to touch you and figure out what you are, because it's not like they have
Yeah.
hands. They grab you and they're like,
Yeah.
nah, not this one. So they take a chomp and they're like, ew, fuck this. And then they
They're
go
just
away.
sampling you. Yeah, there's a lot of people who get bitten by sharks and survive.
Yeah,
but not a lot of
easily.
deaths.
I'd love to get bit by
Yeah.
a shark, dude. Those fucking scars are so fucking cool. Imagine having like a giant like a bite mark like going across your side. That shit would be so sick. Dude, you get so much
You got your
pussy.
chainmail on. Go jump
So
in the
much
ocean,
pussy,
then. Let's
bro.
see this.
I have to take the chainmail off, otherwise I don't get a bite mark.
If you want a
Sorry,
cool
you always
scar,
say things like, "Oh, I'd love to get bitten by a shark. Oh, I could survive on an island." But I know for a fact that if we were in a boat on shark-infested waters, there's no way you're getting in that water.
I'll push
bro.
him in. I don't care.
Dude, easily. Sharks won't fuck with me.
Have you seen lightning scars?
You have to swim a certain way.
Sorry, Charlie, what were you
Yeah.
saying?
I was just gonna say you wanted a cool scar. Have you seen lightning scars? People that get
Dude,
struck
that
by
shit
lightning.
is sick.
That is the coolest
Lightning
shit.
scars.
That is the coolest shit.
Dude, it's
Is it kind of like a tattoo in a way?
yeah. It
Yeah.
leaves like a fractal.
It
Let me
is
see.
really fucking cool.
Dude,
Oh,
I'd
that's
fuck with
sick
that.
as fuck. That's like real life Harry Potter shit.
Uh-huh.
You know,
I mean,
Bro,
you'd
I'm about
have
to
a
go fly
Yeah.
a kite in a storm. That looks sick.
you'd have a better chance of getting a lightning scar than you would getting a shark bite scar. So maybe I'll opt for that one.
dude, some of these lightning scars look pretty hectic. I don't know. Like this guy's got black dots down his
what is
spine.
that? Holy fuck.
But most of them are kind of just like red. They look like trees almost, like
Yeah.
a floral, like a winter tree.
That
Curious.
shit's pretty
If I
fucking
got a
cool.
lightning scar, I would probably let it heal for a while and then get it tattooed.
Oh,
you
a
know,
tattoo
it's
over
like
that shit? Yeah.
Tattoo over
Yeah.
that. But yeah, this is
When
my
I think-
lightning
when
scar.
I
That's
think
just
lightning
nature's
scar-
tattoos. That's all it is.
When I think lightning
Yeah,
scar,
true.
I think of Harry Potter's fucking scar on his forehead.
Yeah.
That stupid motherfucker, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Hate that kid. So smug. I'm a wizard. Fuck him. Sorry, I've just letting out a lot of like childhood anger there.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. You're just mad you didn't get the
Towards Harry
invite to
Potter.
Hogwarts, bro.
I am mad. I am mad. Because I was waiting and it never came. And I was like for sure certain I was a wizard and my parents were muggles. But apparently I'm not so blessed.
No.
So that's fine. I don't take offense,
Oh.
except that I totally do.
Hey, Charlie.
Dude, what's up, man?
Yeah, have you ever thought of like coming to Australia to visit after all this COVID shit is over?
Fuck no. You know I'm afraid of flying, bro.
Yeah, why? Why are you afraid of planes?
It's terrifying, man. You're up in the sky, something goes wrong, it's just game over. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do to survive a plane crash?
Oh, what could go
Wait,
wrong?
Is this a real thing?
Yeah, I'm fucking terrified
You're
of it.
flying? Interesting. I mean, it's a completely rational fear, in my opinion, because you are, at the end of the day, aboard a giant hunk of metal.
Yeah, you're just like not
Flying
in
through the
control of
sky.
it either way. You're just like
Mhm.
sitting in their seat. You can't like do anything, you know?
Dude,
But maybe you should view it like shock attacks, where airplane deaths are very rare. Maybe you'll get bitten by a plane every once in a while, but then they'll leave you alone. It's not really statistically you're kind of safe. right?
Charlie, even if you're sitting on a seat next to the window and you could see the turbine and the wing, and you see the one turbine burst into flames and explode, you're still fine. Airplanes can
Yeah,
run
yep.
on one turbine out of 4.
I mean,
going
in
across
fairness,
the Atlantic.
that still sounds like a really harrowing, unpleasant experience.
Yeah.
Oh,
if the
it'd be
turbine
fun
explodes.
as fuck, dude.
And you
Dude,
have like an
it's
entire
fireworks.
plane
It's
full of people
amazing.
freaking out, and you're just tense the entire time. Like, God, this sucks. I just wanted to visit, fucking California.
Yeah, haven't you?
But,
Don't you just opt for road trips instead?
Oh yeah, and I fucking hate road trips too, but it's the lesser of two evils in my mind.
Why do you hate road trips?
Oh, just so long. Just so long.
Right.
What's the longest
I
road
guess
trip
when
you ever
you're-
been on?
I did 23 hours straight one time to Pennsylvania.
Holy shit.
What? What, just switching out drivers?
Yeah,
or?
yeah. It was me and my girlfriend because her parents are up there, so we just drove it.
Wait, so when was the last time you were on a plane?
2016.
Really?
Yep.
What were you on the plane for?
I went to California to visit some friends.
Well,
And how'd the plane ride go?
Well, I hated it, but I mean, it wasn't like traumatizing. I did sit next to an older woman on the flight back, and I like gripped on her leg and thought I was gonna get Me Too'd. But other than that, it wasn't like a bad experience.
Did you like ask her first? You're like, hey, would you mind if I just hang on to your leg really tightly, please?
I wish I had asked for permission in a contract, but no, I fucking panicked. I was just like, holy shit, and I just latched
oh my
onto it.
God. You're lucky she wasn't a Karen, bro.
It could have been game over.
It could have been all over.
I wouldn't be here today if she was.
Yeah. Dude, you're all over the Karen shit, dude. It's like one of my favorite series on your channel so far. Is you going over all the postmenopausal women that are just popping up all over the internet now that lockdown's over.
Thank you, man. I'm glad you like it. It's frustrating to see some of them, but I do enjoy shitting on them.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy. I don't know, man. We talked about this like the other podcast about how like Karens. Like, have you ever thought, like, maybe some of those public meltdowns, like those public freakouts, are just people having, like, a really, really, really bad day?
Oh, and that's when they just, like, snap.
Yeah.
But now there's just phones
fucking
everywhere to
snap.
record it all.
Yeah, I mean, surely most of them, it's not like they're actually at their core evil people, right?
Oh, for
they're
sure.
either just kind of at their last straw or they're dumb. I don't know.
You know,
I usually
like,
try and avoid ones that where I feel like someone's got some kind of mental disorder. I usually just pick the ones that like years of brainwashing. They'll go into a pizza place talking about how the mask is a muzzle and a microchip from Bill Gates in their butthole or something.
Yeah, the worst is that particular kind of person, and it's not just Karens that do this. Like, it's people of all ages, of all genders, right? Where they go into a situation just looking for a fight, and they just want to start an instigation. They'll wear something that's intentionally inflammatory or have an attitude about them where it's like, yeah, like I said that, fucking what are you going to do about it kind of thing, just because they want an argument. I feel like a lot of these, the Karen situations is just people doing that. It's like, I just want to feel like I, win a verbal battle against you, even though they very rarely win.
It's like those guys you'll see like
no
open
argument.
carry like assault rifles on their back and then like go into Starbucks or something and expect that no one's going to like question them,
Yeah. Well, have you seen those two fucking idiots that went into a police precinct with balaclava, like ski masks on, holding two fucking assault rifles on their back? The cops just pull their guns and like, what are you doing? Are you fucking stupid? Get on the ground.
Haven't seen that.
Wait, so these are the two YouTube boys, the twins?
I have no. Those are the bank robber guys, the fucking the bank robber prank guys. Have you seen that shit, Charlie?
No, what's that?
These two YouTube prankster twins thought it would be a good idea to like run out of a bank like dressed in all black and ski masks, holding like a duffel bag filled with cash, and they'd drop it and like pick up the money and then run and try to call an Uber and shit. And they had like police called on them, and cops like came. They pulled guns on their Uber driver and shit, and like there was this whole fiasco.
Calls on the Uber.
And they were let off the hook. The first time they were let off the hook by the cops, and the cops were like, "Dude, are you stupid? Like someone could have gotten shot. Like there could have been an issue. Like someone could have gotten into a car accident. Like watching you guys do whatever on the street. Like this is irresponsible. Like go home, fuck off." And 4 hours later, they did the same thing, except on a college campus.
Jesus Christ!
They need to get to 10 minutes,
They're facing
dude.
4 years. 4 years in jail.
They needed to get to that 10-minute mark. There's no way those two kids are doing 4 years.
I hope, dude. Fuck them.
Yeah,
I mean, same.
Em.
I hope so, but it just seems like it won't happen, right? Like they'll have some kind of deal will be worked out, whatever. I don't know.
Are they popular, or was this like their big claim to fame?
I think they're like
preteen.
a million subs or something.
Yeah, like just a couple like good-looking boys just getting up to no good, being rascals, robbing fake banks. Who calls an Uber to get away from a bank robbery? Though?
I think that was the
they
joke.
make their mistake. Oh, that was part of the.
I think it was part of the prank.
It's a regular Uber. They should got a premium, bro. They just robbed a bank. They got money.
Yeah, quiet preferred.
Yeah.
Quiet preferred. Don't ask
cars.
any fucking questions.
Hats off to him for doing a real prank, though. That's respectable.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, it definitely wasn't Faith. It wasn't any of that Vitali ZDTV shit.
You got to get creative in today's prank environment.
Yeah.
So much has already been done. You know, you got to stop pushing the boundaries.
Yeah, they have to start doing the sneezing on people coronavirus prank where they get like the spray bottle and like pretend to sneeze and coat the back of someone's head.
Yeah,
and
just argue with them for 10 minutes.
Dude, they get a fucking bioterrorism charge.
Oh shit.
Yeah, if you like cough on somebody or sneeze on somebody in like most of the U.S. now, like you get like a bioterrorism charge. Like,
oh shit.
Fucking crazy.
Well, surely not if you do it on accident. Surely, like on purpose, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, if you're getting into a fight with somebody and like, you know, you're mean mugging each other and then you just cough or spit in their face, like you get like another charge in addition to assault now.
Damn.
Which, you know, especially if you cough in their face and then say, I have coronavirus, because, you know, like, people have gotten arrested for that shit, dude. People
Sounds like you're better off
I mean,
just
it's a
punching the
shitty
guy
thing to
straight
do.
in the face rather than like accidentally like coughing on him.
You
Oh,
are?
for sure. For sure.
I'd rather get a black eye than COVID, bro.
For sure. Fuck that. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so explain the other prank situation. Explain the thing you brought up first before I got it confused with the two YouTubers that faked the bank robbery.
Wait, which one? What was I talking about?
You don't remember what you brought up another thing that happened before that, which was about like, I don't know, some other kind of fiasco. And then I mistook it for the two twins.
Well, I completely fucking forgot. I completely fucking forgot.
Well, this is a great time to plug our sponsors,
me.
gamersubs.gg. Use code Misfits to get yourself some gamer subs.
Gamer subs right there. And also thank you to Jonathan Veller for being our patron employee of the month. Do appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jonathan. We love you. Appreciate it. What else is new?
Well, I figure that maybe we ask Critical about his past.
Oh no!
in a good way. In a good way.
You want to be like my therapist?
Yeah.
Let's bring up old tweets.
Have you ever been diddled, Charlie?
I wanted to know, how old were you when you like started doing YouTube, and what content did like you first start to make?
I was 11, and I used to steal videos from a softcore porn website called That Video Site.
Really?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That video site?
So you re-uploaded them to YouTube?
Not the softcore porn, the stuff that wasn't porn. I just re-uploaded their other content to YouTube.
What kind of other content did they have?
They had like wrestling, some paintball shit.
Wrestling, huh?
I don't remember what else.
Wrestling.
It was just like old
Wrestling.
Not even like the softcore porn wrestling, just like backyard shit ass wrestling that kids or young adults would upload. I'd just take it and put it on my channel.
Right. Why would you? What made you start doing that? Was it like, oh, that's a cool video, I want to save that on my channel, or is it like, oh, I want to try to get some views off this wrestling?
Yeah,
what was the motivation?
I think the idea was trying to just like fill YouTube with as much shit as possible. Like if I could take all of that content from that video site and maybe it'd go viral on YouTube, I could be that conduit. I don't remember my exact motivation, but I went from that to re-uploading Cartoon Network shit, so I flew way too close to the sun because that got me fucked.
Did it?
Yeah.
Was you like your channel strike down?
Oh yeah, this was back in 2006. The channel's name was like Football Playa 4404.
How much were you re-uploading to get struck down back in like 06?
Oh
that was
my
when it was
God.
like free reign to do everything.
Hundreds. I had so much
Holy fuck.
I had so much fucking
He's actually
software.
competing with Cartoon Network at the time. Like, who is this kid? Like, what?
Yeah.
He's got his own network.
It's from
on
Nickelodeon?
YouTube.
Is he trying to tear us down? What the fuck?
Yeah, my shit looked
That's
like
funny.
some kind of old 80s. I DC'd on you. My shit looked like some kind of old 80s hacker setup. Like I had so many fucking programs running at all times, downloading videos just to re-upload them. It was wild.
Holy shit.
No way.
Yeah.
So did you spend a lot of time hunting the internet, scouring the internet for just strange, peculiar videos? Was it kind of like a hobby at the time?
Fuck
or
no,
what
I didn't
was
even
it?
like watch half of them. I was like, is this porn? No? All right, it's going up.
That's so funny.
That's fucking crazy. Well, when did you start making content that was like your own?
That was in 2007 with Gears of War. I made montages.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what, you
Jetpack
were around
glitch.
12 years old doing that?
Yep. I was
That's
12 when I
fucking
started
crazy.
montages.
Damn. and they're all still up there. I mean, I'm looking at your oldest videos now.
Oh, are they still there?
Gears of War jetpack glitch, no standby or lag switch, AP.
Yeah.
It's a very red video. it's about 4 pixels.
Yep.
It's good to see.
It's a classic. I wish I had my older shit. I had like 1,000 videos on the channel that I removed just because I used a bunch of music. But I wish I had kept some of that shit. There were some real wild ones on there.
Oh, the good old Halo 3 Hayabusa skull tutorials. Oh, that's some OG shit.
Oh,
that
shit.
I taught the world how to get that. I could have been the first one with that armor, I swear to God.
It's fucking amazing, dude.
So how long have you been uploading every day for?
I think since I got out of college, so since 2016.
Damn. That's wild. Have you, I mean, I presume you've missed a day here and there, right? Surely.
Oh, for sure.
No?
Yeah, no. I'm sure at some point.
Yeah.
I don't treat it like a job or anything. I just upload when I'm around and think about it.
What's your kind of perception of the YouTube community as a whole and how it's changed over the years? You know, being that you've been sort of a part of it for so long.
Well, that's like a deep question. I thought we could talk about some penis and shit, but I guess
I mean, we could go
gotta
back.
throw
to
some
that.
deep ones in.
I think like the biggest change is now everything's so highly corporate and like you know formulaic, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But that's the biggest change from like the wild west of YouTube, where you had all kinds of shit coming on, and now everything's kind of dialed down and sticks in its own little formula that you're used to seeing. All the thumbnails have like, you know, some goofy shocked faces, caps lock titles, stuff like that.
I mean, there is still quite a lot of authentic, genuine
sure,
creative content on YouTube, but even the more creative stuff, I think, is still being manipulated by the fact that, you know, like to get views, you need to follow a certain set of rules, right? So you still have to kind of have the eye-grabbing thumbnail, the title, and then, you know, your video can kind of be whatever you want it to be. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's very interesting to see how, like, I don't know, it feels like there's a formula you can follow to a T, and if you work hard enough, then you just will be a millionaire just by being a YouTuber. You know, obviously you need a little bit of luck to get that audience going, but if you just follow like a certain particular set of rules, then you can end up making a lot of money on this platform. And it's no surprise that so many people have started doing that, I guess, right? It's kind of, that's what happens with anything.
Yeah, there's like a little
there's money about
track.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a lot of it is catering to kids, especially if you want to make big money.
One of the biggest markets on YouTube is the iPad kid.
Yeah.
You know, just the kid that's there with the iPad just browsing.
Well, I recall,
man, figure out how to get that kid's attention. They're good.
Like when I was younger, like I was really into like Family Guy and South Park and shit. And I'm talking like middle school. Like I was into like vulgarity and things that were like childish humor and stuff like that. And I remember being like really young. And watching. Yeah, I am. But I remember being really young and watching one of your videos, Charlie, which was like the Sham Wow dub. Where you dubbed over the fucking Sham Wow.
I think that's like the first video of his I've seen too.
Yeah,
that went
that went all around my school, dude. That went around every fucking middle school, like in the U.S. I swear, and that's not an insult either. It probably went around the high schools too. But it was a funny fucking video. I remember everyone watching it on their fucking iPhones.
This is an interesting Mandela effect, actually, Swagger. I never made a ShamWow video.
Which one is it? Is it this one?
Was it? No, it was the fucking chop thing with the guy from ShamWow.
No, I never.
There's several.
I never made the slap chop either.
What?
I see the real mighty thirsty.
Chop? No.
Fridge locker. Is it that
Wait,
one?
are you misattributing a video to Charlie?
Dude, there's no way. There's no
Edge
way.
of Glory.
Is this something?
I think.
What could you be? You must be mistaking it with something else.
Mighty Thirsty was the Mighty Thirsty was a chamois.
Yeah, the Edge of Glory.
The Mighty Thirsty was a chamois
I
sponge.
saw this one. Holy shit.
Yeah, the real Mighty Thirsty. That was the one.
I remember this one. I remember watching so many of these videos a hard time after I saw that one. That's such an interesting game.
That game's a classic. The guy who made that's a real enigma.
Really? What's the deal with him?
I don't know. He like loves wrestling and he worships wrestling as like God.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he had like the wrestling games and shit he made.
Yeah,
that's right.
He'd have Jesus Christ wrestling people from Noah's Ark, or the animals from Noah's Ark.
Dude, we need to kickstart this. That could be a sick game nowadays.
That's fucking amazing. I just remember in the past, like a lot of your videos being very vulgar and very funny, and I feel like even now, like you still have that very vulgar sense of humor. Like, have you always just like kind of gone with that kind of humor since the start, or has it like kind of developed into that way like over the course of your like YouTube career?
These are some deep questions. Interestingly enough, when I was from the ages of like 10 to 14, I'd say, I was hardcore religious. I got rebaptized because I wanted to make sure
Really?
God saw my baptism was nice and fresh. I was.
Is this serious?
This is
Really?
totally serious. I was so
Wow.
deep into religion. Every time I'd even think about porn, I'd change my boxers so I was more pure. Like it was.
Whoa.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So what made you do a 180
Really?
so fast?
So I think when I was 14 was probably the age. I was like, if this religion stuff is accurate, God's kind of like a douchebag wanting everyone to like go worship him and shit. Like that doesn't seem like something someone would do with that kind of power. And then I was like, well,
Yeah.
I started falling out of love with it. I was like really fearful of a lot of things. And I was like, well, I can't be super healthy. And I had OCD at the time. And then I just eventually just kind of stopped. And then in 2015, I started doing like fun tactics commentary, or not 2015. When I was 15, I started doing like fun tactics, which was commentaries. And I just slowly started, ever so slightly dipping my dick in the water of saying bad words. I was like, dump, which was rare for me to even mention anything about
Dump.
shit. Yeah.
So you would kind of like say something bad or fucked up, and then kind of wait and see if anything happened. If,
Yeah.
like, God struck you down.
Exactly.
This is actually fine. Like
Waiting
nothing's
for the
happening.
lightning to hit you.
That's right.
And you just
Hey,
gradually,
you get a cool
progressively.
scar.
Yeah, fucking house just explodes because I said dump twice in a video or some shit.
Yeah,
That's
and
really
then, like,
interesting.
I know. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, 14 is around the year that I started rejecting religion as well, I think.
I'm just
'cause
imagining
I was
you're
raised
like, you're
Catholic.
14, you just jack off for the first time. You're like, yo, fuck all this shit. That shit can go to hell.
Yeah.
Was the religiousness like instilled in you from your family? Like, did you go
No.
to like CCD,
Really?
like a Catholic
Was your
school?
family
or
not
anything?
religious?
My family was not religious at all. I tried to force it onto my parents. I was like, you guys can't be saying
Really?
fucking shit. Are you kidding me?
Really?
I had them.
Where'd you get it from,
Insane.
then?
Where
I had
did it
a-
come from?
A friend in my neighborhood's dad was a pastor, and he fucking got to me real hard.
Oh,
I had my parents
God.
implement a fucking swear jar, so when they said a bad word, they'd give me a quarter.
So you're milking your parents for being vulgar.
That's
You're
amazing.
just like a little religious tyrant.
Discovered from a young age, religion pays out well. Damn.
Damn, dude.
Damn.
That's
I
insane.
kind of wish you just stuck with that persona and that you were just this highly religious figure on YouTube. That would be
Dude, there
incredible.
would have been no masturbatory tales to talk about.
None
A
at all.
modern day YouTube Jesus.
Yeah, man.
Fantastic.
I remember
Yeah.
I have some weird fucking stories from there. I remember one time my dad had like a business trip coming up and he was going to fly to it. But that night I had sinned. I jerked off and I was like freaking out. I was like, Dad, you can't get on that plane, because I was convinced God was going to blow up the plane because of my sin.
Is this,
So
is this where the fear of flying comes from?
No, I've been afraid of flying since I was a child. That was
Okay.
The most powerful nut.
yeah.
Blows up a plane.
Bring down the whole thing.
Just some crazy shit. I thought the
just-
plane was just going down, fucking crash into a twin tower or something, all because I had just nutted. So I made sure he did not get on that plane. I fucking begged him, pleaded, grabbing at his feet, don't go out the door.
Dude,
And
I
he still
can't
went
explain.
on the plane?
Yeah, did he
Nah.
still go?
He did not. He was very sweet about
Really?
it.
What
Yeah, he
the
didn't
fuck?
go.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Do you
like
think he was sweet, or do you think it was actually you instilled fear in this man?
He stopped nutting as well.
Like, you're freaking me out, son. Jesus, all right, no jerking off for a week, then I'll
Dude,
take the flight.
I was
That
gonna
must be like
say,
some
like-
real post-nut clarity. You just imagine the plane's gonna crash or some shit.
You just have like a That's So Raven flash to the future of just mangled corpses and a plane wreckage.
As soon as you nut, it's just a final destination. Fucking flash forward, you picture the entire situation.
Dude, that's a superpower for you. Every time you nut, your post-nut clarity is like a flash or a vision to the future.
Of only terrible
post-nut
events.
oracle.
you're just like you're a tool for the government finds out and they capture you and just make you watch porn and milk and just like put like a device on your cock to milk you whenever they want, like a prediction. Like when the nukes
Make
are
you
gonna
jerk
go
off
off.
into a crystal ball.
Yeah.
You shake the crystal ball filled with cum. It tells you the outcome.
Dude, if I had a son that like I was about to get on a flight and he had like a dream or something and told me like not to get on the plane and was begging me in hysterics, like I would
I'd be
not,
unsettled.
I would not get on the fucking
Yeah.
plane. I'd be like,
Oh,
yo,
me
this is some
too.
fucking Final
Yeah,
Destination.
that'd be
shit.
some creepy shit. Especially if your someone's being extra kind of like ethereal and weird about it. Like,
Yeah.
Dad, don't get on the flight. Don't get on the flight, Dad. But what the fuck?
Fucking insane,
son.
dude. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of like I guess masturbation, like on your podcast, you tend to ask every guest a masturbatory tale, something wacky, a wacky masturbation fact, or whatever. So let's continue that tradition. Do you have any crazy masturbatory tales that you could share with us today?
God, I think by this point I've literally told every single time I've masturbated, even like the most mundane. Like every time I've jerked off, I'm sure I've talked about it in a capacity.
Well, let's have a retelling of your craziest masturbatory tale.
I had to go to the doctor because I jerked off so hard one night that my cock was damaged. So I had to go get checked out and medicated in order to fix it.
So how damaged we talking?
It looked
lightning strike situation.
No, it looked like a head of cauliflower. Like it had swelled up and like shriveled all around. Like
cauliflower dick.
Yeah, like when you stick like your hands or something in water for too long and they like prune up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like that. If it was like inflated with helium and amplified by 5, it was disgusting.
Oh my god! Wait, so
how long were
you're
you beating your
raw?
schmate, bro?
The saddest part is it wasn't that long ago. I was probably like 21. And I was like trying to help a hangover, and I was like, let's get in there and take my mind off the sickness. And I just went at it for what must have been like an hour and a half without paying attention.
You're so far into it, you just like you don't want to stop and give up in defeat. You just got to like power through it.
Oh,
Was it a dry rub?
Oh, it was.
That's horrible. It's like that. It reminds me of that story, the fucking meth head that jacked off for like 16 hours straight, and he gave himself like a callus on his hand, and his dick had to be reconstructed from surgery.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was just the aliens trying to get into the hospital.
Yeah, that was the Yahweh, bro. That was the Yahweh.
So it was just one continuous dick beating session. It wasn't like one of those days where you try and see how many times you can go. It was just one session.
Just
raw.
One right
cauliflower cock.
Mm-hmm.
Did you finish?
Curious.
I couldn't even tell you. I imagine at some point I probably did, but when I was
just blacking out.
When I was done, I know I didn't I didn't stop when I'd ejaculated. I know that for a fact. I just don't know if I ever even ejaculated.
You didn't stop. You're just stuck. Yeah.
Wait, so what
did they say?
Sore.
Did you say you went to the ER?
I didn't go to the hospital. I went to like a walk-in clinic because I was panicking because of how damaged it looked.
What did they tell you? What was like the medication you had to use?
I had to use like some combination of steroids to get the swelling down, or else I wouldn't be able to urinate, which could be deadly. So I was fucking panicking.
Ooh. They put like one of those like those dog collars that like goes around them after surgery. They put one of those on your dick so you couldn't like keep grabbing
like
at
a
it.
cone,
like a cone. They put like a cone on your dick.
No, man. At that point, I was afraid of my cock. I was like, I'm not going anywhere near that thing. Jesus.
Oh no, man.
Fuck. Imagine walking out of the doctor's office with a huge cone emerging from your pants.
That's some Florida man shit. You see that shit walking down the street.
Oh god, yeah, I was so fucking embarrassed because I had to whip my cock out and it looked like that, and I had to explain what happened because I couldn't come up with like a good story. Like, I was attacked by a bear, but only my dick got
a dog ate my cock.
Yeah, like nothing would work. I had to just be honest. Like, look, I mean, you could probably tell, but I just went a little hard today.
The doctor's like, don't worry, just show me your cock. I see it all the time. Oh my god, what the fuck did you do? Jesus Christ.
Good
Did
lord.
he have a reaction?
No, I mean, he was professional about it. He's like, yep, that's we're going to need to do something about that.
You domestically abused your cock, my dude. Like, you gotta chill out.
That's fucking wild, man. Jesus Christ.
Funny. I can't say I've ever jerked off that hard in my life. I don't think. I've definitely had a couple times where I've gone like, 7 or 8 times in a day. Back in my teens, back when I was really going for the numbers, just to see. Everyone's kind of had those days, right?
I've never
just
done
to
that.
see.
Done like a personal best run.
Yeah, I think my PB world record would be like 3 times in like 2 hours.
What the fuck?
2 hours?
Jesus.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's like a little speed run.
Yeah, I think I must have been like 14, 15.
Have you ever tried going for like the fastest nut you can go? Like the world record any run percent?
Dude, I squeezed one out in 35 seconds, dude.
Oh yeah, I've gotten sub 1 minute before back in the days.
Yeah, dude, that's like the world record, like any percentage nut into a toilet.
Yeah. Imagine the pros. They can get like single digit runs. Can you imagine that? Like 9 seconds flat.
Those the one pump chumps. Or as we call them in the speedrun community, it's the one pump
You don't want to be
champ.
known as number 1 in the world for that shit.
I don't know. Imagine if there was no vulgarity associated with sex and there was no like prejudice or any weirdness around it, we would have events televised, like American Ninja Warrior style, related around jerking off or masturbation, I think.
Like longest, like longest nut. How far can your nut go into a
some
sand
weird
pit?
shit in Japan like that, where it's like a relay race where they have
No.
like fuck someone in the middle of it?
The jerk off Olympics. I mean, I want to see it happen. Surely Pornhub makes the jerk off Olympics. I mean, it's not legal, right?
They had
No,
a
it
really
would be
cool
illegal.
event in Japan where it was.
Yeah. Here it is, the YouTube video. I'm not sure if it's real or not, but it's like 30 seconds.
All right, we'll suss. What were you saying, Charlie?
I thought what you were thinking of is in Japan they had a game show where they jerk off singers, and whoever could sing the best while they ejaculated won.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
yeah. I've seen this kind of thing before. That's an interesting one. I've seen it with female singers trying to sing with vibrators inside, and like it's like a 5-minute video. It's kind of hot, not gonna lie. Anyway, Matt, I'm watching this video as I'm speaking. So these men are basically running along a track, and then they have to get into bed with a woman, quickly have sex, and then continue the race.
Yeah. I'm not
That's
sure if it's real or not.
No way.
But it's Japan, so it could be real.
This is 100%. There's no way this is real. Like, but they are going to town. I will say they're under a sheet.
It's pretty convincing, you know?
It does look like this could be real.
It's Japan, so benefit of the doubt, it probably is real. They've
I'm
done
gonna
some
save
weird
this
shit.
video and watch it later and really have like a sus.
We gotta analyze
Yeah,
this.
but if you
angles and all.
if you look at the slow motion while they're running up to the beds, you can actually see that they aren't hard before getting into the bed with the female. And there's just no way that they just hop in like that immediately hard.
Yeah, the dude who took off first literally goes like 3 pumps and then he's done. I think we found him, boys. I think we found him. That was like 5
one
seconds.
We found
jump.
our champion. We found our champion.
Holy shit, we did
All
it,
right.
boys.
We got to get this guy. We got to call him. We got to offer him a contract, sign him to a
Dude,
team.
he finished first twice in one race.
Damn.
Yeah, but dude, if there was no weirdness around sex, like you would get all kinds of strange situations. You would have like footballers like get into the end zone, whatever it's called, and then to showboat they would just jerk off real quick in the end zone.
Dude,
that would be fantastic. You know, normalize it. Normalize jerking off. That's what I
bring
say.
us back to our monkey
Televise
roots,
it.
bro. Like our ancestral roots. Like you ever go into a zoo
Yeah.
and you see a little monkey and he just hangs upside down and starts beating his dick? Like they do that with no shame in front of an audience. They don't care. Why can't it be
don't
like
care.
that? Society is
Yeah.
wrong, dude. Society is
We're
took a wrong
suppressing-
turn.
We're suppressing a significant part of our culture, which has always been a part of our culture, you know? And there's no reason to be ashamed of it. In fact, I think we should be proud of it as a species. Because not everyone can do this, you know? Not every species can do this. We've talked about this just recently, what kind of animals can jerk off. Quite a few of them can, but no one arguably can jerk off as well as we can.
Mm-mm.
It's
We're
just one of
very
those things that
creative.
humans just do best. We are very creative. And, you know, just because it's creative and about jerking off doesn't mean that it's
Yeah,
weird.
dude, we have
Okay.
toys. We actually have things. You know, and this is great. This is great too, because Charlie, you secured a Fleshlight sponsorship, right?
Adam
Oh,
and
congrats.
Eve. It's a lot more than fleshlights. Yeah, I got the whole
Oh.
shebang.
Shit,
Got the whole
dude.
sex shop.
So
Yep.
how did you end up getting that deal? How did you get that kind of sponsor?
They reached out to me because I'd just play with fleshlights for fun, like testing how
Yeah.
they'd work as like self-defense tools, the kind of power they could pack,
Yeah.
PSI, stuff like that. And then Adam and Eve reached out asking if I'd want to do that with some of their shit. And I was like, oh, absolutely, because that's like, Willy Wonka's factory when it comes to sex toys. And
Right.
so they just started sending me a bunch, and I've just been using them in all kinds of ways, setting records with them. Like this closet behind me, you can't see it, but a closet behind me is full of so many fucking sex toys it would blow your mind. 15 fleshlights, 2 28-inch dildos. It's just more than you can
Damn.
imagine.
Holy
Fuck
fuck!
me, damn.
So you're like a one-stop sex shop, really. People just come over to your house, you know, instead of offering them a drink, you just go, hey, dildo?
Yeah, like if I was to
Fleshlight?
have a
Talk
birthday
right?
party, if I was still celebrating birthdays, my goodie bags would have so many little vibrators and stuff, just things you could use for leisurely activities.
That's fucking insane. What's the weirdest one you've been sent? Is there anyone that's notable or weird, or are they all kind of normal?
I got some fucking dumb ones in there, man. Like, most of Adam and Eve's products are like extremely good, but I feel like they've sent me some like outdated ones because I have like this blow-up doll that is made of broken glass. Like, it is nothing but jagged edges. It's like having sex with Lara Croft from the PS1.
What the fuck?
Wow. Did they send you into those like alien fleshlights,
Yeah.
like the blue ones and shit?
I have a couple of
you-
those.
Have you used them? Like, how do you rate alien flashlights?
I've never
Probably.
fucked a flashlight because I always get so excited when it comes that I start like playing with it, like taking it out back for golf or something. I've never sucked my dick in one.
Just fucking breaking.
Swagasaurus had the same thing when Mia Malkova gave us her flashlight on the podcast. He just started swinging it around the air like a monkey.
It's so
It's
fucking
fun.
fun, bro.
It's fun.
It's like a counterweight. It's like a have a flail.
Yeah, no, it is. It's quite a good flailing device. As we've been talking, I've just looked up jerking off as an Olympic sport just to see if anyone's had the same idea, because people are bound to have discussions about this. I found this post that says, "Hear me out here. This sport isn't like other sports. It would test the durability, patience, and strength of a man. Nobody realizes how tough it is to jerk off for 10 minutes without busting a nut. That's why we should have the absolute professionals do it all in one place on TV. I don't think it would be not safe for work. We can just keep the camera on the pools of cum on the ground." What are your thoughts?
I'm all for it.
I'm all
I'd even
for it as
invest.
well, man. I would invest.
Let's
too.
fund it.
I mean, what else are you gonna
Let's make
do?
it
Like,
happen.
we're in lockdown now. The Olympics are canceled. We're gonna have to do the shit at home. I say we just start with that.
You can't do a 100-meter dash at home. You can't do a lot of Olympic sports at home, but you can jerk off competitively. And
The
what else
100
is
the
mankind
100
supposed to
meter
do?
stroke. You have to stroke your cock for the equivalent of 100 meters.
So how many strokes is that? Because what's one pump?
It
I guess depends on
depends
dick
on
length.
your cock. So
Depends on dick
smaller
length, right?
guys would have to go quicker, and longer guys would have to keep a steady pace.
But
I mean,
the
so,
longer
like,
guys
longer-
can
It
have
would
more
be
durability.
it'd be in different like weight classes. Like you'd have micro, and then like short, and then like average, and
Featherweight,
then
yeah.
above average, and then you'd have large, and then
Hey,
you'd
yo,
have,
bro,
like,
what
big
jerking
go.
off class are you in? Oh, I'm in Grandmasters. Oh, shit.
Grandmaster cock flex.
I'm a Grandmaster
It would just be based on
masturbator.
length, girth, perhaps hand size would come into the equation. You'd have like lube sponsors being like, "We got the fastest lube in the West. this lube will just glide off your cock."
It's literally like fucking
3 pumps
like
for the price of one.
NASCAR lubricant that they use for the fucking they use for the engine.
Yeah, people are wearing like
Oil on your
branding
dick.
on their
It's
arms. and
fucking
shit.
like turbo lube. Holy fuck! What a discussion.
Fantastic.
So
Charlie, is there anything that you would like to bring up or promote, or anything that you got that you would like to talk about on the podcast as we are approaching the end here?
As far as the topic goes, I guess I could toss it to you boys. I'll turn the question from originally, or not originally, but earlier back on you. Do you guys like any wild conspiracy theories? Because I love that shit.
oh dude,
I kind of like I never have really dove into a significant rabbit hole with it. I kind of like see the headlines. I see like people discussing certain conspiracy theories, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But I don't know. I've never found myself up late at night, like really getting into it. I probably should at some point, because I bet there's just a trove of hilarious information there. People typing things up, having discussions. I don't know. What about you guys?
I'm not really. I don't
Not
really
really into
browse
them.
conspiracy
Never
theories.
flicked
More
up
so,
yet.
more. I
The
just don't want
worst
to end up
people.
on a list.
Fuck.
On a list? What, for Googling certain things?
Yeah, you never know. You never know
think
who's
maybe-
watching.
Do you think those lists really exist?
Oh, probably.
What do we think?
Yeah.
Do we think that if you Google certain things, you get on lists?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Is that actually a
100%,
thing?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
if you Google something like how to kill the, and then you know the one, then you
Yeah.
surely end up on a fucking list.
My dad used to do like TSA at the airport, and he said, yeah, there's certain things if you Google, you'll have someone at your door the next day knocking at you.
Easily.
No.
Easily.
No.
Like even before you like get on the plane, like for the first 24 hours before the flight, they're already running like background checks and shit on you. So if you're on a list,
Really?
they'll know, yeah.
I think that's maybe more an American thing than anywhere else in the world, though. I don't know if that happens here. Maybe it does.
Probably happens
Uh-huh.
in China.
I could see the list
They're
thing
always
happening,
on
but
a
what do
list
they
in
really do
China.
with these people? What do they really do with these people on these lists? They just surveil them a little closer.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
do
Just
fuck
pay
all,
attention.
right? Like, I mean, every time there's like a
Yeah.
school shooter or something, like, yeah, we probably knew this was going to happen. We've been watching him. In fact, we were there when he did it. So, yeah, we knew this was coming. I feel like they just don't use that information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of it's like red tape, legal red tape, and it probably gets in the way of like actually.
Oh,
you
I
know,
heard about that.
Stopping
There was, like,
shit.
There was one like that. I can't remember if it was like a terrorist or some shit like that, but like several agencies knew about him and thought he was going to do something. But because each agency wanted to be the one to bring him in, they wouldn't share anything between them, between like the CIA and FBI and shit. So they're all kind of like working on their own personal project. They wouldn't share shit, and that's why it happened.
Right. It's that competitiveness between agencies.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know. Like, surely you have a right to be able to Google whatever the fuck you want to Google whenever you want, right? Like, and they can put you on a list that's being like, okay, that's a little sus that this guy literally Googled how to make a bomb in 30 seconds. But it's technically his right to look it up. No?
You guys remember the Anarchist
like-
Cookbook?
Yeah,
That's an
yeah,
old
dude.
one, yeah.
Napalm
it,
and
but never seen
styrofoam and gas, dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah,
shit.
they told us
awesome.
about that in chemistry. They told us how you could do that in our chemistry class in high school.
Oh, dude.
Interesting.
God bless American
Wait, what-
education.
What is the Anarchist Cookbook? I'm not American.
You don't know
The
the Anarchist Cookbook?
Yeah, I think that was like a worldwide thing. That at least I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah,
it
it
was.
was like it was on the internet in the early days. It was really easy to find. It was like it had recipes for like how
Is
to
it-
do everything that you wanted, like bombs and shit.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
want to
So it's an actual book?
explosive device or, shit like that.
Uh,
How to make pipe bombs and shit. I don't know. Molotov cocktails.
Instructions for the manufacture of explosives, rudimentary telecommunication freaking devices, and
What did you just Google it?
weapons, as well as
Did you just-
instructions
It's on
for
a list.
manufacturing
You're
illicit
on the
drugs.
list now, mate. I hate to say it.
Oh, fuck off.
No.
This book was published in the 70s.
He's not lying. I remember when that was big at like my middle and high school. If you Googled Anarchist Cookbook back then, they would fucking know. 100%. I remember there was, I don't remember who, but there was a couple people like in my school, and they could have been bullshitting, but they said they had actually been talked to from authorities about Googling that shit even back then. That Anarchist Cookbook was a real hot button issue for people looking that up.
Yeah, it really was.
Interesting.
It was back when everyone was afraid that their little, fucking 13-year-old Timmy was going to go ahead and make a Molotov cocktail with napalm and throw it.
Yeah.
at
This
school.
really feels like one of those American things, which is just like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of fear in America of this sort of thing. Whereas everywhere else in the world, or at least, for me growing up, I haven't heard about this kind of shit. That's very, very interesting. I can't believe that they would actually check on you for Googling something like that. But I guess if you are looking up how to make bombs, then fair enough.
I have a final question for Charlie. If you didn't find success on YouTube, what would you have done instead? Like, did you have any interest in college? Like, what was your major?
I majored in digital arts when I first got there. I wanted to do animation, but I fucking sucked ass at like art itself, and animating is terribly
very
labor
tedious.
intensive.
Yeah.
So then I switched to human performance, exercise, physiology. So it's just human sciences. I wanted to be like a nutritionist or something like that, but that turned out to be super fucking boring. But as for what I'd be doing now, I've been thinking about it a lot. I feel like if I never had anything on the internet, right now, I would be one of the biggest scammers in America.
Yeah.
People are so susceptible to the dumbest fucking scams. I would have absolutely exploited that. I would have been making shungite rocks, healing crystals, animal psychology, anything.
Like Gwyneth
Fucking,
Paltrow shit.
yeah, I would literally have my own version of Goop. I would 100% have just gone for scamming. Evangelism.
This candle smells like my cock.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How many people that are, running scams, like let's say Gwyneth Paltrow, the whole pussy candle thing, do you think she's aware of what she's doing, like, and that she's scamming people? Do you think that she actually believes her own bullshit, or has people like feeding it into her ear? Like, what's your theory?
That's what I can't tell, because in some things I feel like she has to know, right? Like the candles, I own both the orgasm and her pussy. They don't smell like either her pussy or orgasm, I can't imagine.
I bet it's just the gurus and like shady people just kind of like latching onto her and manipulated it. I think a lot of celebrities in Hollywood suffer from that, just like yes men talking in their ear, like making them believe a bunch of random shit.
Maybe. But like some of the other ones I know she
who knows?
doesn't believe, because there was one that she said like bee sting therapy, where you get stung by bees to improve your blood circulation, and somebody that follows Goop died from it, and she's like, well, I never would do that. I would never use bee sting therapy. At least I think it was bee stings.
That one was obviously a joke, guys. Come on.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. A 55-year-old woman in Spain died after bee stinging therapy from Goop.
Wow.
Yeah.
That shit's
So
like,
what's the
that's
therapy look like? You just get
actually
locked in a
dangerous.
box?
Yeah.
You get locked in a box with bees? Or just like you hold a bee up to you like you're a fucking like, coyote Peterson?
Acupuncture, they just put a bunch of bees in like strategic spots and
Fuck
shit.
that, man. Fuck that.
Oh, I have no idea what it was.
It's just like taking advantage of people who are desperate, isn't it?
That's what I'd be
So
doing if I didn't
horrible.
have the internet.
Yeah, you're saying fuck that, but this is literally Charlie's saying that this is this would be his line of work if we're not doing what he's
That
currently
would
doing.
be my
so.
profession. I'd have fucking psychic readings, tarot cards, everything you can imagine.
Oh my
I'd have
God.
it all.
Fair enough.
Have you had
enough.
any quote unquote like normal jobs, like working retail or food service or anything?
I've had like 2 pseudo jobs. I didn't stick. Well, one of them was mowing lawns, which I only did for like a summer. And then the other one was doing like recruitment for my high school. So not like an actual job or anything. I've never had like a salary paying job or
Right,
anything
right.
like that.
Okay. Well, shit, man. Hey.
Cool. Well, I mean, we're kind of. Oh, were you gonna say something, Smargus?
No, you go ahead. I was just gonna end it.
Oh, cool. I was gonna wrap it up.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
no,
you
you
know, we've
wrap
been
it
talking
up,
about
you
all
wrap
kinds
it
of things. Been going for a while. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show, Charlie. It was great having you.
It's always a
Great
pleasure,
to
my
have
friend.
you on our show.
Hey man,
I remember going on
appreciate it.
your podcast a couple years ago. Had a great time there. Where can people find you on the internet if they want to find you?
Yeah, well, I really enjoyed it, boys. It's always great to touch base, and it was nice to meet you, Notorious. We haven't spoke before, but I like your work. Enjoy it. And as for me, I just make shit on YouTube at Penguin Zero or streams at Moist Critical.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right, man.
Cool. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, appreciate
Thank
it,
you for
boys.
listening to the Misfits
Awesome, man.
podcast,
Yeah, bro.
everyone. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, man.
Bye.
We pimp
Bye,
chimping.
everyone.
Bye.
Have a good one.